So Agency Express is the online ordering system used by many Feeding America food banks throughout the country.
Here's just some of the benefits of using Agency Express. It is our most up-to-date inventory list. It's almost real time. If you're currently looking at the inventory list on the Agency Zone website, you're missing out on a lot of inventory that you could be ordering. That's generally updated one time per day, first thing in the morning, but we are receiving product throughout the day. And so you're going to be able to access that on Agency Express. It allows you to shop 24/7. You can order anytime. As soon as you submit your cart, your inventory is automatically reserved for you. And it's just a lot faster and more efficient for you. It's just really a great system to use.
Wonderful. The other benefit about Agency Express is that it actually allows more time for Gina and Katie to answer questions about your orders and any questions you have about inventory items.
That's right. We're still going to be there for you, and we'll be there for support if you need help or have questions. You can still give us a call.
All right, so for Agency Express, these are the topics that we're going to be covering today. We're going to walk you through the registration and login process. I'll show you how to shop and submit orders. And then we'll talk a little bit about how to edit orders, check your orders, and then show you some additional help documentation. And then we'll have some time for questions at the end. So to start out with, to register for Agency Express, we're going to go to Agency Zone here in the ordering section. Before you register, make sure to check with your account specialist because you may already have a login, so we may just be able to provide you with that information. So you click on ordering, and then you're going to click on Agency Express online ordering, and that will bring you to a page specifically about Agency Express. You're going to click on the Register for Agency Express link towards the bottom there. And then from this drop-down menu, you're going to choose your food shelf name. So it will be listed with the name and the number of the program there. Fill out the information, and if you are logged into Agency Zone, this information will pre-populate from the information that we already have for you in Agency Zone. Click Register, and then you'll see a confirmation that your registration has been submitted. So please do note that it takes 2 to 3 business days to process your registration. And then once your registration has been processed, you're going to receive an email with your login information here. So you'll see that information right there. So you're going to go ahead and log into Agency Express once you've received your login information. And again, we're going to go back to that same Agency Express page and click Login to Agency Express. There's also a link at the bottom of the email there that you can click on to get there. And you may want to save this Agency Express page in your browser as a bookmark so you can just get there easily. So now we're actually looking at the Agency Express login page. You're going to enter your information, your username, and your password that you received in that email confirmation, and then you're going to enter your program code. So the program code looks a little bit different from how you're used to seeing your program number. The 0086P at the beginning identifies you as an agency of Second Harvest Heartland. After that, you're going to want to make sure that you enter your full program number in the form of P number dash number as you see here. Click Remember Me Next Time for easy login the next time you come to Agency Express. And then once you log in, you will come and see a activity status alert here. So the one you're seeing right here is just some information that our agency services desk, Katie and Gina, would like you to know about. So this is about some apples that were available to order. If there is an issue with your account, for instance, if you have not submitted your statistics or there's an overdue invoice, you will also see this in the activity status alert so that you know that you need to check in with your agency services or with your, agency relations account specialist about that. And it will not let you place an order. So were we just to get this regular activity status alert, we would go ahead and click on close.
And this front page of Agency Express has tips and reminders on how to use Agency Express, and that's again under the activity status alert.
So to get to the list of items available, you're going to click on order options and then shopping list, that drop down. So now we're at the actual shopping list of Agency Express. At the upper right corner, you're going to see your login, your username, and your program information there, so you know that you're logged in. This first box on the left is where you can search for items, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Next to that, you'll see your shopping cart. This is where you'll see items tallied as you add them to your cart, and you'll see estimates of the total due and gross weight on there as well. And then the buttons at the bottom there are also how you're going to add things to your cart and check out. And then below is the list of items available. So as you look at the shopping list, there are several pages available beyond what you're currently looking at. So just make sure that you're accessing that full list there. Above the list, you're going to see the headings that will tell you about the product. So the first is the order quantity box. This is where you're actually going to enter the number of that item that you want available. And the next is the available quantity that we have. Next, you'll see the item number. And this is how we actually identify the items in our system because descriptions may be very similar. And so we want to make sure that we're getting you the right flour, the right sugar, the right canned cranberries, whatever it might be. And if you click on that item number there, the blue number, it will actually bring up additional information about that item, so you can see additional information there. So the next thing here is the description of the item. This may include a best by or expiration date in it. It also may have abbreviations at the beginning, such as REP, which means that the item has been packed into smaller quantities at our distribution center, or PUR, meaning the item was purchased in bulk by Second Harvest instead of being donated. So the next several headings are going to tell you how much of the product this item contains and the price. So I'm going to walk through an example here just to show you how this works. So if I were to enter 1 under the order quantity for these tortillas at the top of the list, I would be ordering 1 case, so you can see case under unit of measurement, of 10 to 12 bags. You can see that under pack size. The total weight for this case is around 17 pounds, and the cost is going to be $1.02. So that means that each bag of tortillas in that case is going to cost me about 10 cents. The shopping list can also be sorted into these categories. So before we get into adding items to our order, I'm going to ask Katie to share some ways that you can get the most out of Agency Express shopping.
So when using Agency Express, shop often. New items are added throughout the day and popular items go really quickly. You can get less expensive or free items first if you sort by the price. So to bring the sort by unit price, go to the top of the view and view items in order of cost, low to high. Second, for donated, under food source to find other low-cost items. When using the search box, make sure to click search after entering a description or choose from a drop-down, and then make sure to click show all in order to perform another search. If you have any questions about any of the items that you're seeing on Agency Express, you can feel free to call Agency Services and ask about them.
I just wanted to bring to your attention that some items have a very large quantity available. That is what we call a buffer inventory. Perishable items such as bread and milk are brought into the food bank just a day or two before they go on to your order. So we use what is called a buffer inventory to make sure you can order these items that are coming in on a daily basis. There may be limits to the availability of these items.
All right, let's get shopping. So just find the item that you would like to order, enter the quantity under order quantity, and click add to cart. A pop-up box will let you know that the item or items were added successfully. Click OK to close this. You can add items from the same page to your order all at once. Just enter the quantities and click add to cart. You cannot add items from different pages all at once, so make sure to click add to cart before going to a new page or performing a new search. The pop-up box will then show you that both of those items were added. As you add items to your cart, you'll see the numbers in your shopping cart change.
The total due and the gross weight sections on Agency Express are estimates, and the weight will not include items that come by the pallet. Nevertheless, it's a helpful tool in making sure you're meeting the 500-pound minimum.
Once you finish shopping, you can begin the checkout process by clicking checkout. So now we're at the checkout page, and we'll need to indicate how you wish to receive your order. First, choose delivery or pickup from the drop-down menu. Then select the date and time for your delivery or pickup. If you are picking up an order, you may request pickup between 7 a.m. and noon, Monday through Friday, at either the Maplewood or Golden Valley location. If you are having your order delivered, there are specific days of the week or month and times that we come to your area based on location. If you do not know your delivery day or time, please contact your account specialist. Date and order time are required to submit an order on Agency Express, but will be changed if they don't match with your pre-approved day or time. Make sure you submit your order at least 2 business days before delivery or pickup and no more than 10 business days before. You can use this comments box to request all of your TFAP items if you are TFAP eligible, or to clarify delivery or pickup location if that is not how you usually receive your order. And just as a reminder, TFAP cannot be shopped for on Agency Express. You can only shop for surplus TFAP, and you can enter that you want all of your TFAP here in the comments section. So after we've entered that information, we can go ahead and click Submit Cart. And the pop-ups will pop up and ask us if we're sure we want to submit this order. Click OK, and then it'll tell you that that order was submitted successfully. You can click OK to close. After you close out those pop-ups, you'll be taken to the order management page, and you'll see the order you just placed at the top of the list. You can click this printer icon to see the order as you placed it.
Once your order has been processed, you'll receive an email from Agency Services. The email will have an attachment with a detail of your order. Definitely review the attachment to look to see if there are any adjustments to your order. As I stated earlier, our inventory is almost real time, but if there's a really popular item or an item that has low quantity available, we may run out of something before your order is processed, so you can look at that attachment and see if there are any adjustments made to your order. Once your order is in the acknowledged status, you can then click on the pencil to edit your order. Should you like to add other items and change quantities? If you need to add items to an existing pickup or delivery, please do so by editing your order, not by creating a new order. You want to go to order management to add items to your order. By going to the shopping list first, that is what's going to start a new order for you.
Your order should take about 10 to 15 minutes to get to the food bank. If you ever don't see the pencil after about 30 minutes, please contact agency services.
Okay, so then when you decide to edit an order by clicking that pencil, it's going to ask you to make sure that you want to do this, letting you know that you are editing a submitted order and reminding you to click submit when you have completed your changes. So click OK to close that. And we'll be taken back to this, this shopping cart area here, the summary of your order. So you can see we've got all of that information about our appointment still in there. And you can actually change quantities or remove items from here. So you just click on the order quantity number there and enter the new quantity. If you do not want the item anymore, enter 0. Do not click the red X to delete items.
If there are items that are no longer available at the food bank to add to your order, you will be forced to enter a 0 for this item. You'll see a message that the item cannot be added, and you'll see the available quantity is at 0. You'll need to change the quantity ordered to 0 before moving on. There are a few reasons why an item may no longer be available. One is that agencies submitting orders for the same item at the same time, there may be multiple agencies accessing that same item, and they're processed on the first order that was submitted as it comes into our system. The second reason that you may notice this is because we noticed that there were some quality issues with the item and it was removed from our inventory.
So make sure to click Update Cart after you make any changes in this section. And then you can click, you'll get a reminder that the update was successful, the pop-up. And then you can click Continue Shopping to go back to the shopping list and add more items to your order. So you'll be taken back to the shopping list. Note that red text there that tells you you're adding to the order number that's already in the system. You can add additional items here as you did when you were placing your original order. And make sure to check out and submit your cart when you finish shopping. You will receive another email from Agency Services with your updated order confirmation.
Because it is so important to submit your cart to lock in the items on your order, the system will warn you if you have not submitted your cart if you try to log out or leave the page. Just remember that your items are not reserved for you until you submit your cart.
You can find additional help documentation on the Agency Express page of Agency Zone or on the Agency Express main page. Feel free to contact Agency Services Desk or your account specialist if you have questions about using Agency Express. Also, I'd like to invite you to join us at one of the upcoming support sessions at SHH to get hands-on experience using Agency Express with Gina and myself. And we'll have more information about this at the end of this webinar.
So thank you for hanging in there with us through some of those technical difficulties. Please do let us know if there's anything. I think I caught the things that we didn't hear the full description or see the slides for. But at this point, we will open it up for any questions about Agency Express. So as a reminder, you can chat these questions in to the questions box, or you can raise your hand and we will unmute your line and you'll be able to ask that question out loud. So it looks like Pat has a question. So Pat, I'm going to go ahead and unmute your line and you can ask your question. And Pat, it looks like you're going to need to unmute yourself as well.
You hear me now?
Yep, thank you. Go ahead.
You sound like you're in a tin can there for a while. Go over the TFAB stuff. It sounded like we have to write down in the box everything we want. You kind of cutting in and out that time.
No, that won't be necessary. You'll only want to add the comment if you want all of your TFAP sent. If you want to pick and choose what we ship to you, you'll just need to send us an email. The email would go to our agency services email address, orders@twoharvest.org.
Okay, thank you, Gina.
You're welcome, Pat.
All right, we have another question here. Is there an option of personalizing my shopping list as we order the same things on a frequent basis? Gail, yeah, we can show you. Let me just go back here. So if you look at the shopping list, you'll see way over to the far right-hand side, there is a thing here that says favorite. And if you click on the box here, it will actually star these items for you. And so then what you can do is you can click on this view favorites and it will show you all of those items that you've starred. So if there's certain items that you know you're going to want to purchase every time, you can go ahead and use that favorite function. Any other tips on that, Gina or Katie?
No,
Well, okay.
yep, the favorites is a good tool to use.